Hey, my name's Jason Nicholson and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I want to talk about two more lenders that have cut mortgage rates. One of the deals is below 4%. This is getting more and more common at the moment because lenders are cutting rates. Some of this is down to the trade war that's going on, and a lot of it is down to the fact that the economy outlook does not look very good. It looks like we could head into a global recession, and when that happens, the Bank of England will be forced to cut interest rates. So lenders are getting ahead of the curve. They're also trying to re-stimulate the market because it's really slow at the moment. There aren't lots of transactions happening, and this could get it moving again. So in this video, let's talk about all of that and much more. And if you're new around here and you haven't done it already, do make sure you subscribe to the channel over there and hit that bell notification. We're on the way to 41,000 subscribers. Can we hit it over the Easter weekend? Well, we can if you help us get there. And let's get some more views on this video by smashing like, tickling like, doing something to that like button. That helps with the YouTube algorithm and really helps the channel grow. So I really appreciate everyone that does that. So lots of lenders have been cutting rates over the last few days. And some of this is down to what's happening in the UK economy. You've got business suffering at the moment. They've just had minimum wage go up. They've just had national insurance contributions go up. They've had the energy costs go up for businesses. So have you at home. Business rates have gone up. And there is a trade war going on. And so costs of goods are really uncertain at the moment, and that isn't good news. Then you've got this trade war. If you're a British business and you export stuff to America, maybe that's going to slow down a little bit because there's import charges at that other end. And so all of this indicates that we're going to have some sort of global slowdown. Now, because of that, the outlook is that we could go into recession, and how the Bank of England and the Federal Reserve and these global central banks get things moving again is to lower interest rates. And so banks that you borrow from, they borrow on a rate called the SONIA swap. That's been dropping over the last few weeks, and that allows banks to give you a better rate. Not only that, they're expecting a quieter period for transactions based off the fact that the stamp duty went up in April. So a lot of transactions already happened this year, but for the next 9 months, we're not expecting so much to happen. So they were always going to price war and fight with each other in order to get your business. So in this video, we're going to talk about two lenders. Firstly is HSBC. Now they've got some more clarity here. So they said, we're going to be cutting rates, but they didn't give us much detail. Now they have got into a little bit more detail. So they're saying across the board, they're going to be looking at rate cuts of 0.24%, pretty much 0.25%. That's a great place to start. They've also got a product now under that 4%. That's the magic rate that gets people moving again. And so when people see that in the news, they have a little bit more momentum, and Rightmove has already said more buyers are looking at properties. It doesn't mean they're going to buy. But it does mean there's some interest, at least at the moment. And so they also have a deal that's out there at the moment, which is 60% loan to value. And the rate is 3.99%. And the fees are £999. That's decent, and that's what we want to see happening a lot more. So that's good. Now, 60% loan to value, whenever I talk about a deal at that level, a lot of people say, well, I haven't got 40% deposit. You might not, but most people doing a refinance, or they're not a first-time buyer, basically, would have that in equity. So you could have built that equity up over time, or maybe you've just saved a massive deposit. So that is a good option, and people should go and check out that. Next is someone that people have been asking about all week. Santander. Lots of comments asking what's going on Santander. They've come out and said, we are dropping all our products 0.21%. That's decent as well. Not quite as good as the HSBC. But if you're already with one of these lenders, HSBC or Santander, it's easy to swap products rather than going through the whole rigmarole of a new mortgage with somebody else. So that is a positive sign. Now, I think more lenders are going to do the same. I bet you're going to see some more lenders cutting rates over the next few weeks and months because the market's slowed down and because the economy isn't looking so great. And in May, we've got the Bank of England meeting, and that probability of a rate cut has gone up to 86% now. So that's pretty much nailed on. And what we'll see, and what I'll share with you over the next week or so, is as the Bank of England, they do interviews with the media or they do business talks, they will highly suggest if they're not going to cut rates. Example of that is the Federal Reserve. Jerome Powell, he had a meeting yesterday with the Chicago Fed, and he hinted really strongly there that they're not ready to cut interest rates in May with the Federal Reserve because of the tariff uncertainty and the inflation that he believes will be brought back into America at least. So that's interesting. He's strongly suggesting that they won't cut in May. The Bank of England aren't doing that, and we have one or two cuts in hand on them. The Federal Reserve has a lower interest rate, it's 4.25%, and the Bank of England is at 4.5%. So we can still cut even if the Federal Reserve don't, and we like to keep our rate fairly close to what they offer. There's also some other lenders this week that have cut rates. If you've missed those videos, do go and check them out. But you can have a look at these lenders. Coventry Building Society, they cut rates. Clydesdale Bank cut rates. Empowered Mortgages, they cut rates. Barclays also cut rates as well. If you've seen any other lenders that we need to know about that have cut rates, comment below, because that really helps everyone that watches the channel. And if you really want to learn how to invest in property and make some money, it's such a great skill to have. We've got a course called The Fundamentals of Property Investing. It's £20 for the next few days. That's the cheapest we've ever done. We're doing a flash sale because we just hit 40,000 subscribers. So in the description, I'm going to leave a link to that. That will teach you how to source properties, how to find deals, how to then improve the value of that property by adding extra bedrooms and stuff like that, and then looking at the right strategy in order to get maximum cash flow from that property. It's 20 quid. It's nearly 100 videos, so do click on the link and grab that below while it's only £20. And while you're here, make sure you like the video, subscribe, check out all the other content as well on the channel, including this video right here.